We, Colossal Biosciences, have brought dire wolves back from extinction. It's basically Game of Thrones. That is amazing. How did you do it?
We've taken a gray wolf genome, a gray wolf cell, which is already genetically 99.5% identical to dire wolves, and we've edited those cells at multiple places in its DNA sequence to contain the dire wolf version of the DNA. That animal looks like a dire wolf, it will behave like a dire wolf, and it is a dire wolf.
Ta-da! That is not a dire wolf. What? Of course it is. We said so. If you took a few genes from direwolf bones and put them into a grey wolf genome, then at best you've got a hybrid that's mostly grey wolf. Oh, well, we didn't insert any actual direwolf DNA into the grey wolves. What? Yeah, we looked at direwolf DNA, and then we used that as kind of a blueprint for how to edit the grey wolf DNA. Okay, sure, but you altered the grey wolf genes to match those of a direwolf, right? Yeah, mostly. Sometimes not. I mean, the gene that we think made direwolves white would make a grey wolf deaf, so we used non-direwolf DNA to make them white. But of the 20 changes we made to 14 genes, 15 were an exact direwolf match. Animals in the genus Canis have around 20,000 protein-coding genes, and you changed 14 of them? Yeah, but they're super closely related to direwolves. Genetic evidence suggests that the last common ancestor of direwolves and grey wolves lived around 5.7 million years ago. That would make them almost as distantly related as humans are from chimpanzees. I mean, technically direwolves aren't even wolves. They're in a different genus and they just look similar because they faced similar evolutionary pressures. Also, I'm seeing lots of news articles about this, but where's the actual scientific paper describing your methodology? We named this one Khaleesi, like in Game of Thrones. Yeah, no, I get the theme. Look, if you claim to have achieved de-extinction, people are going to think you've actually cloned something from ancient DNA, or at least copied a whole genome, not just altered one species to kind of look like another. Your muscle wolves are still a cool example of genetic engineering, they're just not dire wolves. Well, this cover of Time magazine says otherwise. Yeah, that's not how science works. Also, how can you possibly know that these puppies will
behave like a dire wolf?
Dire wolves are extinct. Our theories for how they behaved are based on limited fossil evidence and comparisons to living animals like grey wolves. Unless this whole thing is a soft launch for a secret time machine business, or you have what is currently a science fiction level understanding of behavioral genetics, you have no way of knowing that the handful of genes you altered will make these puppies act less like grey wolves and more like dire wolves. God, those are cute puppies though. While we're on the subject, I know you haven't actually released your reconstructed ancient direwolf genome yet, but saying that grey wolves are
genetically 99.5% identical to dire wolves
is almost certainly wildly misleading. Basically the same claim gets made about humans and chimps all the time, and Minute Earth actually has a great video explaining the problems with this type of comparison. You're just a science hater. If what we do is so easy, why don't you try it then? Okay, sure.
A few moments later.
Hey guys, look at this human I made. Jesus Christ, what is that? Well, I took a chimpanzee, changed a few genes so that it kind of looks human, and that makes it a 100% real Homo sapien. Ta-da! Greetings, children. You know, I am actually excited for science to start bringing extinct megafauna back to life, but that's not what this is. Colossal Bioscience is a for-profit company worth over $10 billion, and for this achievement, they've decided to pursue viral hype over scientific substance, which is a pity because they do seem to actually have some pretty cool genetic engineering technology. I'll make a follow-up video in a few years if they actually follow through with their plan to make a hairy elephant and call it a woolly mammoth. I've been approaching 30,000 subscribers for a while now, and it is driving me crazy, so if you liked this video and you want to help the channel grow, please consider subscribing. Thank you Robin Now and Timk94 for your financial support. I'm Silly Conversations. See you all next time. Bye for now.